So we're here today with William Herlong, who's running for Attorney General. Mr. Herlong, tell us about yourself and why you're running.
Well, I'm an attorney in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm 59 years old and I'm at the stage in life when I can afford to take on something different. And the thing that really motivates me, that really makes me excited, frankly, is to go after corruption in Columbia, because I'm just sick and tired of it. As a conservative Republican, I am offended. I'm deeply offended when people take the public trust and act to enrich themselves, take advantage of the trust. People like that are leeches, and we need to go after them. So that's why I'm running, to clean Columbia, to clean house.
The Pasco probe came back today, the statewide corruption probe, and Mr. Quinn was pretty much given a slap on the wrist. What was your thoughts on that?
Well, I was deeply disappointed at the sentence imposed by the judge. Now, it doesn't change the fact that he pleaded guilty to some terrible, terrible activity. And I'll tell you, what he did is abusing the public trust. And in my mind, that's even worse than knocking over a convenience store or something like that. That's as bad as it gets. And one thing, if I'm elected Attorney General, I'll tell you, I'm going to try to put people like him in jail.
If elected, Mr. Herlong, what are 2 or 3 of the things you want to see happen, say within your first couple of years or your first few months of being elected?
Well, the very first thing that I want to do is to fire up the grand jury in a giant way. The state grand jury has been basically asleep for 2 years. They've literally initiated one case. It's unbelievable. So I want to fire that up in a big time. And the state grand jury is the tool that the Attorney General has to go after public corruption in South Carolina. That's the tool. That's it. And Alan Wilson hadn't fired it up. It's been virtually asleep. So fire that up in a big way. Get some extremely capable people in the position of running that grand jury and give them everything it takes to get going. So that's the first thing. Second thing, after that, frankly, or maybe at the same time, there's been all of these allegations about the opinion writing department at the Attorney General's office being compromised, that the Quinns being involved in manipulating, even writing opinions. I don't know if that's true or not, but if there's even a scintilla of truth to it, that needs to change immediately, and people in that department need to go. So those would be 2 things right at the top of the list.
You did recently speak about Mr. Wilson and statewide ethics issues. Do you believe that we have ethical issues inside Columbia, inside the State House?
Yes, I do. I believe we have stupendous ethical issues. I believe we have a culture of corruption, to be blunt, and somehow or another we got to change it. It's like tending your garden. Culture, corruption is there all the time. It's like Jesus said, the poor will always be with us. Well, I believe the corrupt will always be with us. And it's like tending your garden. You got to pull the weeds constantly. You got to go after corruption constantly. And I can tell you, if I'm Attorney General, I'm going to be waking up every single morning. My head's going to come off the pillow, and I'm going to be thinking, what can I do about corruption today?
Well, we want to thank you for talking with us. Horry County wishes you great success in your campaign. We look forward to hearing more from you.
Well, thank you, David. I appreciate the opportunity.